This video is brought to you by America First Insight. Help support the growing conservative movement by becoming a member today. And if you want to support this channel, you can also use the code REAL when becoming a member. Thank you and enjoy the video. As everyone probably knows, in the last couple of days, a lot of people, including myself, have been arguing that we are currently witnessing the political ramifications and blowback over Charlie Kirk's assassination, which I still can't believe is a real thing that happened. Like, I think we're slowly beginning to realize that, oh wait, Kirk is officially gone, and it's starting to hit a lot of people that he's dead. Like, he is gone, he's not coming back, and a lot of people are beginning to really realize that. It's really beginning to hit a lot of people. And, well, the Charlie Kirk effect, for those that don't really know, it's the idea that ever since he was shot, there has been a surge in enthusiasm, motivation, whatever you want to call it, for people on the right. Even across the political spectrum, but really on the right. Because, well, one of the biggest conservative influencers who ran TPUSA, one of the largest organizations in America, at least on the right, he got shot. And millions of people saw it on their phones, on TV, wherever. And it's the biggest political assassination since MLK, RFK, JFK. It's been a long time since we've seen an assassination this significant. And it seems like we are slowly beginning to really see the political blowback build. And I've been arguing that that's what was going to happen. When you kill one of the top people on the right, what do you think's going to happen? Do you really think that nothing's going to occur and people will be like, oh, everything's perfectly normal? No. And we were seeing early indicators that, hey, maybe there is a surge underway. But I am now fully convinced that we are currently witnessing a real surge for the right. And the Kirk effect is 100% real. As we just got a brand new update in voter registration in North Carolina for the last week. And this is completely post-Kirk assassination, right? The days after Kirk's assassination, there were indicators that we were seeing a surge in North Carolina, which does voter registration by party. But people were saying, well, it's a fluke. It's not real. We don't really know. Well, this is the first update, fully post-Kirk assassination. And look at that. The Republican Party had a net gain of 1,700 voters, which is a huge gain. And that's not some small 5-person shift. No, that's a massive swing for just 1 week. And this is 100% post-Kirk assassination. So you can't say, well, there were like 3 days before he was shot. No. This is, in fact, a couple days after the assassination. So you could argue it's actually proven that the more people processed what happened, like, oh, wait a minute, what happened in Utah? Oh, wait, Kirk got shot, and they realized he got assassinated, and it's like, wait, huh? It really seems like political backlash is growing for the left, because this was such a horrific act of violence, and people beginning to realize what's really going on here now. We have a huge problem. And in fact, we can see this in the daily polling for like Rasmussen. Trump's approval, it was trending upwards a little bit for a couple days, but then the middle of this week, out of nowhere, a week after Kirk got shot, his approval surged. And it really seems like the more people begin to learn about this case and process it, people are getting more pissed off. Like, oh shit, this is a massive issue. Kirk got shot for no reason. Now, for those that wonder how big of a gain this really was, look at this chart right here. This goes back to early March. And you can go back further, but really before that, the first part of this year, you had a lot of updates in North Carolina where both sides lost like 20,000 voters because that's how it works. They clean up voter rolls. So we just said, okay, March 1st. Ever since then, this has been the net gain in North Carolina for the GOP. And it's been a net gain basically every single week, but for one in like late April. Outside of that, it's been a net gain consistently every single week. But you might notice something. The biggest net gain for a single week for the GOP in the last 6 months came when Kirk got shot. In fact, the third biggest net gain was the week of him getting shot. The biggest one was this week, the week after. So 2 of the 3 biggest net gains for the GOP this year, at least post voter roll purge or whatever, came from Kirk getting shot. Does that sound like a fluke to you? And this is not some tiny 5-person advantage. It's by far the biggest net gain. It's not even close. The second biggest doesn't even crack 1,500. I don't think it cracks 1,300. So it's like a 400 voter gap between number one and number two. And the third one, very close behind number two for the second largest gain. It's clear, just looking at voter registration, you can even look at places like Maricopa County, which is where TPUSA is based out of. They had a massive gain. They gained 1,500 voters in 1 week. Guys, does this really sound like a fluke to you? Does this really sound like, oh, Republicans had a small gain and that's it? No, these gains we're seeing, these are huge. And it's not just voter registration. We talked a little bit about this a couple days ago, but TPUSA, they have been getting so many new requests for chapters that now we're up to, at least as of a couple days ago, like 3 days ago, TPUSA received 62,000 new chapters. Beforehand, they had a couple thousand. Now they're up to 62,000 requests, which I know there might be some duplicates, sure. But that's a lot of people requesting new chapters. That's not just one person. That's 62,000. That's 3 days ago. More than likely, we're probably past 70,000, which is incredible. I mean, I think Kirk's life goal was only 20,000. And just like 2 weeks after he got shot, we're already up to 70,000 new chapters. That's insane. And this doesn't account for the people donated, giving money to TPUSA, to really any right-wing organization, which that's something no one talks about. What's going on with these other right-wing organizations that they might not be TPUSA, but still, they're on the right. They are probably seeing the same surge in support. And this doesn't account for people becoming Republicans, doesn't account for people becoming volunteers, really everything. Now, there's really two major reasons why this is happening, because this doesn't happen overnight because of a fluke. No, there's two major reasons why. Number one, Kirk getting shot. No shit. Like, yeah, that's the biggest reason why this is occurring. But I would argue that the backlash that we're potentially seeing for the left, it's only gotten so big because their response to the shooting has been so batshit crazy that even a bunch of people on the left that we know for a fact voted for Harris last year, they're saying, we're done with this party. These people are batshit insane. I may not vote Republican, but I am never voting Democrat again. These people are insane. I mean, like, outside of like John Fetterman and like one or two Democrats here and there, the messaging's been so shit from these people. And I would argue that what Mikey Sherrill posted yesterday or 2 days ago on the Kirk resolution that passed the House might take the cake as one of the most batshit crazy, delusional statements I have ever seen. Now, for those that don't know, they just passed a resolution on the House floor a couple days ago, and of course, every Republican voted yes, but a big chunk of Democrats, I think the majority, they either voted no or present, which is insane. Like, wait, huh? And you had like AOC and others going to the House floor and bash Kirk constantly. It's like, wait, what are we doing here? A quick reminder that when those Minnesota Democrats got shot 2 months ago, you had every single Republican vote yes. Because it's common sense, like, yeah, we're going to pass a resolution to condemn this and, like, honor the person. And just common sense. It doesn't matter what political affiliation you are. Yeah, you should vote yes on this. But now, you have a majority of Democrats who voted no or present on this resolution. And Cheryl, who, by the way, I believe she voted yes, this is what she said, okay? And again, she voted yes. She's currently running for governor of New Jersey, running an awful campaign. It's pathetic. She's not campaigning. The messaging's been awful. And this is what she said, okay? I take my oath of the Constitution seriously. I believe in free speech, and that the First Amendment wouldn't be necessary if it were only meant to cover language we agreed with. It is meant to protect people like Charlie Kirk who present vile dissenting views. Charlie Kirk was advocating for a Christian nationalist government and to roll back the rights of women and black people. This flies in the face of every value I hold dear and that I fight for. What the hell are you talking about? She voted yes, by the way. And she said, well, Charlie Kirk is a fascist, he's a racist, a sexist, he had presented vile views. Really? This is the crap you're gonna say. And you can keep going, it gets even worse. Meanwhile, President Trump has and continues to define hypocrisy at every turn. On one hand, he denounced Kirk's politically motivated killing, while on the other hand, is instigating a witch hunt worthy of Joseph McCarthy to shut down the free speech rights of anyone who disagrees with Kirk's racist and anti-American views. Go to hell. Enough is enough. This shit right here is why Kirk got shot in the first place. You had lunatics like this say for years, Kirk is a fascist, he's a fascist, a racist, and he's anti-American. Really? Kirk is dead right now, and you're still bashing him. He's a racist. I hope Jack Ciattarelli runs on this in New Jersey, because this is horseshit. Really? Oh, he holds racist and anti-American views. Again, Kirk was shot because lunatics like this push this bullshit messaging of everybody on the right's a Nazi, everybody on the right's a sexist, I hate black people, but oh, you know, I condemn politically motivated killings. Yeah, this is stupid. This whole thing. You cannot just say one sentence, yeah, I disagree with the killing of this person, but then say, oh, he's anti-American, and Trump and Orange Man is bad. And she keeps going on, and she says, you know, she's going to condemn political violence, racism, attacks on women, fine. And the hypocrisy coming from Trump and his acolytes. Really? Even a lot of Democrats realize this was a big, fat mistake. Crap like this is why people are leaving the Democrat Party. They don't like Republicans, but what the hell? Kirk's dead because lunatics like you push this theory that Trump's a racist, he's a Nazi, he's an authoritarian, he's a dictator, whatever, and Kirk supports all of that. He's anti-American. When you keep saying that 24/7 for 10 years straight, eventually some lunatic is going to believe it. And these lunatics actually believed that Kirk is a far-right fascist. What the hell are we doing? Why? Why did you put the statement out? What staffer approved of this? Because it's such an insane thing to say. All this is going to do is piss people off even further. I hope Jack Ciattarelli absolutely wipes the floor with you in 2 months. People like this should not be anywhere close to being in elected office. I can't believe that this is real. This is a real thing, by the way. This is not fake. This comes from her official Twitter account. It's real. And there's been so much backlash building to this because it's so insane. Oh, he's a racist. He's anti-American. He had vile views. Yeah. This crap is why Kirk's dead. This is why somebody tried to shoot at Trump last year. This has to stop. And this right here is why people have had enough of the left. The Kirk shooting was bad enough, but the response, where there's some people celebrating it, they're protesting the funeral, which, if they actually do that, go ahead with the protests, you're going to see the biggest political backlash in American history. There, I said it. If they protest that funeral and try to pull some shit in Arizona today, you're going to see the biggest political backfire and backlash ever. People have had enough of this shit. People are not falling for this BS anymore. People are saying, oh, screw you. We're done. We're going to do this for Kirk. We're going to win every single election that we can. We're going to make sure you lunatics never win again. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that we're to this point where you have elected officials saying shit like this. And they wonder why party registration has gotten so bad for them. In North Carolina, in Arizona. You can keep going. TPUSA, we're receiving a bunch of chapters. People are signing up left and right for a lot of right-wing groups, but of course, mostly TPUSA. And even then, Virginia has early voting, and same deal. We're seeing Republicans vote in very high numbers. The areas with the highest turnout in Virginia right now for early voting are Republican areas. Percentage-wise, at least. They are voting. Democrats, meanwhile, right now, they're not. And if they go ahead with these stupid protests in Arizona today, which that's the sounds of it, and there's a lot of people saying there's going to be a giant protest there today. Hopefully there's not. But if there is, this will be the biggest political backfire in American history. I really believe that. If you're going to be that dumb to protest a funeral, a celebration of Kirk, if you're going to do that, you're not ready for what's going to happen politically. The political backlash is going to be extreme. It's going to be even more than when Kirk got shot. And that's bad enough. But people are getting more pissed off by the day. Seeing all these people on Twitter, Facebook, wherever, celebrating this. Like they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, we killed Kirk. And people had enough. People have had enough of this shit. And the political backlash, the Kirk effect, is growing. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.